Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So today we are back with the Tempo deck. So this is actually quite a nice opening hand here. I think we'll keep this one. Yeah, who are we playing for game number one? We're playing Kamal Ryder. So he's rank 38, we're rank 38, trying to get back up to rank 40 over the next 9 days before Kaladesh drops, so hopefully I will be able to get to the point where I can just get to rank 40 and leave it. That is the plan anyway. Yeah, in terms of the last episode, you know, we played Teveron. He's a fellow YouTuber. It was really cool, actually. Okay, so this guy's just been replaced by the AI. Where was I? So yeah, it was really cool to actually be able to interact with Teveron and actually be able to go and watch the game we had from the other perspective. Was really cool. It was quite funny. He was saying that he didn't realise that he was playing another YouTuber and kind of like forgot that he might actually be playing somebody, you know, at least half competent. But I'm only going to say half competent here. And what mana do we want? Probably a white. Yeah, probably a white source, I'd say. We've got plenty of green and blue, so yeah, probably white here. Although I'm probably going to go for the Prairie stream next, just so I can play out the Hinterland Harbor and the Sunpetal Grove untapped. We weren't going to be doing anything this turn anyway, so I don't really mind doing that too much. So what kind of a deck is our opponent going to be playing? A Liliana, okay. Maybe some kind of control deck, like red, blue and black control. So he's going to +1 Liliana and do nothing else. So we shall drop a Hinterland Harbor here and a Bygone Bishop, just so we can start investigating, which is quite nice. We could potentially at some point bounce back Liliana. So, for example, we haven't actually managed to beat her down. We could disperse her back before she gets the opportunity to drop her ultimate. So she's going to +1 and drop our Bygone Bishop down to a 0-2. We also have a tutelage, so we need one of our artifact removal things fairly soon, I would say. We'll drop the Glacial Fortress. We obviously can't swing with the Bygone Bishop. Just going to skip attack. I think we're going to drop Thalia here. I don't know what kind of deck we're going to be playing, but we do have the Disperse for either of these in case things are looking particularly bad. Looking like, so we are going to be milled for at least a couple of turns unless we can find one of our artifact destruction cards. So you're going to get -2, -1 again. See what our opponent plays. So we do have the Disperse potentially to knock one of these back if we need to. Tends to get the Lumbering Falls down, as it will give us a 3/3 hexproof creature that we can swing with as well. What do we lose there? There goes one of our Rec Sages, unfortunately, and a Collective Effort. You know, of course, we lost both of those. So Collective Effort is going to do nothing there. Okay, that's annoying. So we lost 2 of our artifact destruction cards, so that's rather frustrating. I think we're just going to swing for 3 with Thalia at you. So I could bounce this back, or I could also flash in my. I'm going to do the Duskwatch Recruiter. It will allow me to investigate again. We've got to be careful how much we do investigate here. So now let's draw now before his turn. Reason being is that that's a shame. I wanted to find one of our hopefully find one of our artifact destruction ones. There goes another one. No, that was the one already on top. That's okay. It's not too bad. Yeah, we need to find one of our Rec Sages or the other one of our collective efforts would be quite nice. So we are playing a mill deck. Okay, Liliana decided not to do anything there. That's interesting. You did flip, which is awesome. We also have a Kiora, so yeah, we're not doing too badly here then. So I'm going to swing with you and you there. We'll also swing with the Bygone Bishop. The reason I'm swinging with both of these is I fully expect one of these to be murdered, which is going to be the Bygone Bishop. Now I could bounce it back. I could also Bounding Krasis, flash you in. I don't really need the card draw, so I'm going to let that resolve. And we're probably going to draw the clue token now. Again, we kind of do that pre-combat. Sorry, pre-end turn, because we want to be able to not have something milled. Unfortunately, we did lose the land. What did we lose? We lost a Sylvan Advocate and a Reflector Mage. So, is our opponent going to do anything? Got off Nixilis. Not too bad, I suppose. So he's going to flash him in and draw a card. So I could disperse back this tutelage, although he's going to destroy my Thalia. What do we do then? Probably just going to flash him Bounding Krasis, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, untap you. There we go. So unfortunately Thalia's going to die. We'll take that as a noble sacrifice. Ugh, all the land. That is horrible. Just drop a basic mana. I think we'll also do you. Still do have the Disperse open, which is quite nice. So you can go for Nixilis because you're hex-proof, so you can't be destroyed anyway. And then we'll go for 6 at my opponent's face. So I think we should possibly be okay here. I mean, yeah, we're being milled, but it's only one tutelage, nothing else. Our opponent only has like 2 cards in hand. Did lose an Archangel and another Reclamation Sage, unfortunately. There goes Jace. Probably could just... And half tempted to declare that in stone, but at the same time would give him an additional card draw. Ugh, this is pretty horrible. I think we'll just drop Kiora, or do we disperse you? Let's play out you. I'm just going to disperse you, I think. We're going to swing for 9 here. Drop him down to 5. So we should have lethal on the board for next turn. Was he... no, I was about to say, did we have the Planar Cleanse in this match? I was like, no, that was the warm-up one I did before we started. Okay, so we do have a Ravaging Blaze, so we are going to take a wee bit of damage here. But should be okay. And then we've just got Jace again. So yeah, we can declare in stone you and also activate my Lumbering Falls. So that is good. Unfortunately, you flip back, but that's not the end of the world. Let's do you first. And then yeah, we just declare you in stone. And then we swing for lethal. Excellent. I know this was the AI, but we still managed to beat a mill deck, which is always satisfying. So there we go. Cool. Good game for game number 1. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2. Looks like we're playing the rank 27 Dan. So this is a pretty horrible opening hand. This one is slightly better actually. Yeah, we can go Duskwatch Recruiter turn 1. Yeah, that's not too bad. If we're playing mill, we have the Reclamation Sage. We're playing a fat stack, so this is my usual like throwing down the gauntlet here. If I lose to a fat stack, I will be incredibly okay. Looks like this is going to be a common occurrence, unfortunately, nowadays, as we get closer and closer to the end of the season, is that people are going to be disconnecting all the time, which is rather annoying. But yeah, either this guy is completely mana screwed, or... I mean, he's 27. Why does he care about his rank? Like, if you're going to just pull the plug on your thing, they really need to fix that bug. It's getting very, very annoying. Okay, looks like we've maybe got like a blue-white Flyers deck, potentially, with the Welkin turn. Okay, we need green for the Duskwatch Recruiter. So yeah, we'll go for the Hinterland Harbor. Drop you. I was looking at my mana there. Like, I'm sure I've got a green source which I can play on tapped. And yeah, it was the not the Canopy Vista. Oh right, that already had green in it anyway. Of course it did. Wow, you can tell I haven't played all weekend. Yeah, we're definitely playing a blue-white Flyers deck. I almost missed the old guild gates. I'm almost annoyed that they replaced the guild gates with the old with these new tap lands. They're basically the same thing. Like the Meandering River is just identical to an Azorius guild gate, but unfortunately they decided to update it for the more up-to-date lands. So he did not play anything else, which means we now have a 3/3 Krallen Horde Howler even. So we can actually play out Bounding Krasis with ooh, that's a really good play actually. I can play out the Tireless Tracker here and then play myself out a Glacial Fortress, which is really cool, and investigate on the same turn. Thank you very much. thanks to the special ability of the Kralon Horde Howler, which is all creature spells cost 1 less to cast. Really quite useful. So we're going down at 17, so we are slightly ahead on the old, so he's claustrophobiaing, unfortunately. We do still get to investigate though whenever we play a mana, which is always quite nice. So I mean, we could actually Reclamation Sage that claustrophobia if not playing anything else. Just a bonus use of the Rec Sage is to be able to get my Tireless Tracker back online. So we're at 16, not the end of the world. So we're going to Prairie stream here. We'll investigate. We're going to swing for 3. And I'm probably going to play out Rec Sage. There we go. And destroy the claustrophobia. Oops, daisy. Can we select that? There we go. Marvellous. Yes. So we're obviously not playing a mill deck, so I don't need to worry about saving Rec Sages for a tutelage. I would assume anyway. You never know with some of these decks, but so he's been swinging over my head quite a bit with the old Welkin turns. We could Reflector Mage it, I suppose, this upcoming turn. Could be pretty interesting. We got another Tireless Tracker. Might save the Lumbering Falls for when we want to play that out maybe next turn. So we're going to bounce you back. I mean, we could play out the second Tireless Tracker, which I might do. So we swing for 8 there. So he's going to Spell Queller. So let's see what he's going to play that. He obviously can't exile anything, so let's just Bounding Krasis here. Tap you down, so you can't block. There we go. This is why the tempo deck is awesome against other creature heavy decks. And then you'll play out Lumbering Falls, why not? I don't really need to investigate that much. Okay, so Kralon Horde Howler will flip back, which is okay. So we should pretty much have lethal here, I would assume. So you're going to flip back again because he played out nothing there. Let's just sacrifice up a card first, see what we get. Pumps our Tireless Tracker. Yeah, that's fine, we'll just disperse you back then. Unfortunately, we're just playing, you know, AI opponents at the moment because people keep quitting for some bizarre reasons. We're going to reprisal my 4-3, but that's not really going to matter. So there we go. So that is a victory for game number 2 today. Marvellous. Okay, for the third game of today even, sorry, not fourth game. I've only played 2 games so far. This is okay actually. We can go Lumbering Falls, Canopy Vista, Sunpetal Grove. So yeah, let's start with you. So we are playing Rodol Meadow. I suppose that's right, or Rodolmedo? Something like that, I don't know. At least we're not playing an AI opponent this time, which is quite nice. They haven't just immediately quit out. I'm assuming they might do if they look like they might lose. Okay, we've got the Sulphur Falls here, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is probably another mill deck. But you have the Spell Queller potentially on turn 3 to exile the... So he didn't play anything out there, so instead of playing out the Bygone Bishop here, I'm going to hold back and maybe try and exile his... what's it called? So he's going to Twin Bot. Wow, that's aggressive, that is. So maybe some kind of burn deck. Interesting. So I was wondering if this was a tutelage deck, but I'm not sure it might be anymore. Let's see what he plays. Okay, he has played out the Fevered Vision, so I think we're just going to Spell Queller you. There we go. Yeah, I think the thing you got to remember about Spell Queller is the way it describes things. So it says you can exile target spell. So the way this works, I think, is that when something is cast, it counts as a spell. So all of these count as spells at the moment. the moment they enter the battlefield, that's where they become their particular thing. So you can't exile, say for example, a creature once it's on the battlefield, but once it's being while it's being cast, I think it does still count as a spell, which I think is the way that Spell Queller works. So we can swing for 2 here. Safe in the knowledge that the Fevered Visions is safely underneath it. Probably not for very long, so it could come back. I think we're just going to play out Thalia here. So it just gives us like an extra turn to develop our board, and we don't lose that health from the Fevered Visions picking away at us, so it allows us to kind of like regurgitate our hand a bit more. So yeah, so he's going to Twin Bolt my Thalia. Okay, so that's fine because we've got the second one in hand anyway. And then he's going to Fiery Impulse the Spell Queller. So he's used a reasonable amount of burn up already. So we've seen 2 Twin Bolts and a Fiery Impulse. So mana? Nope, unfortunately. So I think we're just going to go for the Bygone Bishop this turn. Then maybe try and get things like Thalia and Bounding Krasis down and investigate. So we are going to draw a card and lose 2 health. Okay, that's fine. We've got ourselves a mana. Not going to complain too much there. If this is some kind of burn deck, we've got to move reasonably quickly. So he's got a second Fevered Visions. Okay. I mean, this did work out for us last time, but that's when we had a much emptier hand. So we need to kind of like regurgitate our hand as fast as possible now. So yeah, let's Thalia here. Just get everything down. I mean, I don't even need the investigation right now. I just need to just get rid of my hand. So I'm going to take 4 damage from these 2 Fevered Visions this turn. So we just need to kind of beat him down as fast as possible. We do have a Tireless Tracker as well. Wow, this is pretty brutal stuff here. I think I'm just going to get beaten down by both of these 2. Unless I can find some kind of artifact destruction in the next few turns, I think these 2 Fevered Visions are just going to be the death of me. I don't think I can beat him down fast enough. If one of those had been a mana, it might not have been too bad, as I could have gotten at least 2 cards down. Yeah, this is definitely some kind of burn deck. So I see he's got the Fiery Temper as well, so we're going to lose both of our creatures. So yeah, this is not overly fun. This is one of those decks which you guys have suggested I do, which is a burn deck involving things like the Fiery Tempers, the Fevered Vision, stuff like that. So I may do that actually for next week's. Okay, so we have to Disperse, but at this point, I just feel as though we're probably going to get beaten down before we can, you know. What can we do here? I mean, I could Duskwatch Recruiter and bounce back one of the Disperses. Just because it's saying going to deal 2 damage to it this turn. Need a more permanent answer, but so it's just gonna. Nope, I thought it might burn down my Duskwatch Recruiter there. So yeah, we've got the Gideon, which could help us. So he's gonna sack up his Evolving Wilds, which he forgot to do last turn apparently. So we've got 3 Planeswalkers which are just too slow for us right now. We need more aggressive creatures ideally. And we got the second Fevered Visions back. How many cards has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to have to throw away 2 cards here. 3 or 4 cards here, which is pretty interesting. I mean, he's got a big old hand. So yeah, we're going to take 4 damage from this next turn unless we can play. Well, yeah, we're going to take 4 damage regardless, I think. So let's just get Gideon down. So what did he throw away there? Thermo Alchemist, Jace, Hamware Garrison. So we'll just swing here and then +0 Jace. Go down to 6. So next turn, providing he doesn't burn anything, we will be pushing through 9 damage. So yeah, we go down to 8, go down to 6. So we can survive one more turn of the Fevered Visions, but I'm fairly sure we'll toss away these 2 declarations. Oh no, that's a shame. I want to toss away both of them as they're both pretty dead cards in my hand right now. But I'm assuming he's probably got something like an Exquisite Firecraft or something in hand to finish us off. So I mean, we'd have to get like double artifact destruction this turn or something like that. I don't know. Collective Defiance. So that is 3 damage to target opponent, 4 damage to target creature. So yeah, we're just going to, unless we get an absolute bloody miracle, we're just dead this turn. Is that the Fiery Temper? That is the Fiery Temper. Okay, yeah, we're just dead, unfortunately. So I was fully expecting that to happen. Okay, yeah, that really sucks. But that was good from him. Like I was fully expecting us to lose at the end there, just because that was a tricky deck to deal with, especially with the double Fevered Visions. But that is definitely a deck I want to try. I think that's probably going to be the last deck. But that could be the last deck. Could be the no, it will probably be the last deck in Eldritch Moon, so I might do an Is It Burn for next week, which could be quite cool. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to leave it here for now. I don't really have the time to record a 3rd episode, but yeah, as always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.